What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the podcast. It is a nice Thursday, feeling wholesome. These past few days I've felt just like so good, and I really don't know why. I've just been like having great workouts, feeling humbled. Yesterday got into some antics, you know, just typical stuff. But I've just felt really good. And I also had a good realization yesterday about my channel, actually, like my main channel, because for the past like year or so I've just felt very unfocused with that, and just kind of like, I don't really know what I want to talk about. Like, I feel like I talk about a lot of different stuff and like it's like lulz, but it's not focused, and I feel like I've been kind of uninspired. But yesterday I just had this like realization, and I was like, wow, like it's taken me this long to realize this, but just know big things coming soon, okay? But like literally, actually. So yeah, that just made me feel really good, and yeah, I don't know, I've just been feeling great. So I hope you have been feeling great too. Let me know how you've been doing. Leave a little comment. And yeah, we have a lot to talk about today. Okay, starting out with getting tested for STDs. I have been posting about this on every social media, and I will not stop talking about it until I stop hearing excuses from mostly like cis straight guys. Like, so many guys out there, again, cis straight guys, but I'm sure like anyone, I'm sure there's like, everyone could be applying to this, but in my experience, cis straight guys are like, they're like, why would I get tested? Like, if you, my favorite is like, if you don't know, then you just don't know. Like, if I get, then I won't have to find out. It's like, what? Like, wouldn't, like, this is a, it's like a disease. If you have a disease, you need to treat it. Like, it's not just gonna go away. Like, so I don't know, whatever. Like, and oh my God, it's just so frustrating to deal with that. So what I would recommend to you guys is just keep that in mind when you are having encounters with people, and make sure you really do ask your partners if they've been tested. Ask for the results. Literally, they give you your results either in an email, or there's an app called Health Fauna that has all of your results from all time, and you should be able to ask somebody and have them pull them up. Like, literally, like, it's that easy. Like, I have an app on my phone with my STD results, like, bitch. And a lot of guys will be like, so then just use protection, like use condoms, because literally people are like crazy out here. Like, just keep yourselves safe. And also, I feel like there's such a stigma with STDs. This is something I've actually learned kind of from one of my faves on YouTube, Shan Booty, and then one of my faves on Twitter and Instagram, Raquel Savage. Both like very sex positive role models, I'd say. But just there's such like such a stigma around STDs, and if you get one, you're considered like dirty, or like, oh, well, you should have been sleeping around, or like, oh my God. And it's really like, I think Raquel Savage, if y'all don't follow her, like, I feel like I talk about her all the time, but she's like literally my favorite person on social media ever. But it's like, you wouldn't shame someone for like getting the flu, or like getting a cold or something, you know? It's like, it's a disease. Like, we're humans and we get diseases. Like, that's just part of life. And just because it's associated with sex, there's like a stigma around it, and it's like, oh, you're dirty. When in reality, you could get it, like, you could sleep with one person. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not, it doesn't depend on how many people you sleep with or whatever. Obviously, there's a higher chance the more partners that you have, but you know what I mean? So I guess the point is, get tested, y'all. People were asking me like, how often should I get tested? And to that, I say, if you're sexually active, it's good to get tested every 3 months, or honestly after every new partner, especially like if you are doing things without condoms and like all of that. And yeah, it's just good to keep yourself healthy, and it's like, if you have something, you can treat it. Like, it's not the end of the world, and you really want to catch something and be able to treat it rather than like spread it to a whole bunch of other people. And like, you know what I mean? I don't get why, again, these guys out here are like, oh my God, why would I do that? It's like, why? Like, it's just like going to the doctor. Like, it's very chill. And then also I was getting some questions, mostly from people underage who were like, I still live with my parents and I don't want them to know that I'm having sex. How do I bring that up? And I would say there's a website that I'll link down below that you can look for testing in your area. If you go somewhere that's free, they usually don't even ask for your insurance or anything, and you can just go and your parents will never know. But I know with like, I think Planned Parenthood, if you're underage, you can get testing, and I think even birth control for free, but you do have to show, I don't think you have to because not everyone has insurance. But basically, like, there's usually always an option. And I know it depends, it really depends on like where you're from and what part of the country, what part of the world. But use that website that I'll link down below and just kind of research in your area. And at the end of the day, like, say you have to use your parents' insurance and they ask you about it, like, I don't know, I know everyone's different, but if I was a parent, maybe they're gonna be initially shocked. But at the end of the day, it's like, you'd rather be healthy and like know that you don't have any diseases, you know? But yeah, especially if you're underage, you can get it for free. And like a lot of places like Planned Parenthood or LGBT centers or whatever, they're very understanding of that, and that people come from different homes and different situations where, you know, your parents aren't gonna, or the people that you live with, they're not gonna be understanding or accepting of whatever. So that's really great to have. And you know, everyone needs to go out and vote so that these places can stay in business. And you know, it's really great to have these like resources, especially again if you're underage or whatever. So that would be my recommendation for y'all. But yeah, also just go with a friend. Like, if you have a friend that's down, like Sony and I go together, we make a day of it. It's like very fun. We get a little coffee afterwards, and it's a very chill experience because everyone there is just like so chill and like understanding, and they've seen like everything, so they're just very nice, and it's not scary. Like, it's real, like I did it yesterday, like it's chill. So I had to talk about that because I think it's something that's so important, and especially as someone who talks so much about sex and makes dick jokes and all this stuff on social media, it's like, bitch, get tested too. You think I'm just making these dick jokes and not getting tested? But yeah, so that's that. Also, the next thing I want to talk about is kind of like something I saw, I quote tweeted it. Let me see, actually, let's pull it up their seats. Oh, just ate some cherries, drank some water, kind of having some hiccups. Okay. So someone tweeted, "My attitude is I'm busy until you give me a real reason to make time." And this is the attitude that we all need to have when it comes to, I mean, pretty much anything, but especially dating. I know I have gone through this so much where it's like, you're really interested in someone and then you like show your interest and then they're like, ew, fuck up. And it took me so long to realize like why that was like turning, in my case, like guys away. I was like, why? Like, what? Like, don't you want to know that I like you? Like, huh? And after a lot of experience and, you know, finally doing some research and again, experience, it's basically just like, you need to hold yourself in a high value position. So like, you need to value yourself. And most of the time I feel like when you're like wanting to, you know, get a guy's attention or like you like someone, it's like, what are you really gaining from it at the end of the day? And it's like, could you be doing better without them? And you just, I don't know, it's just like, what do you gain from it? Like, you really have to ask yourself. Because, and obviously there's like different situations, maybe someone's like great and you're like in love with them, but it's like they need to earn, like, you need to switch the power role, sis. Like, you don't have to be thirsting over these guys, girls, whatever. You just need to hold yourself in a position of value, and like people, and it's not like respect yourself, how, like, ew, we're not slut shaming here. It's just like, if you're interested in pursuing someone romantically, it's like they need to earn the right to get those privileges. It's like, this is something that I have done. Like, you give a guy girlfriend privileges, but you're not his girlfriend. So he's like, oh sweet, like I don't need to commit, I don't need to like do shit for her, like whatever, and she's still gonna give me all these privileges that a girlfriend would without the requirements. And so I guess like male psychology is like, kind of, what the fuck? But they're like, I don't know, I feel like with guys, I've been doing a lot of research, watching a lot of vids and reading a lot of articles recently, but it's like, I mean, I guess just people in general, but specifically like the male brain, it's like you, well, I mean, yeah, it's like everyone, you value what you earn. So if someone has to earn your respect, earn like whatever kind of privileges that they want, they're gonna value it a lot more versus if you just like give it to them right away. And that's not even talking about like sex or anything. Like, bitch, fuck whoever you want, okay? We are sex person here. Like, do what you want. But just as far as like being so emotionally invested in someone, or like if a guy wants you to like do all these things, like, oh my god, I hate seeing tweets. I saw this tweet, it's kind of been going around, like people yelling at this guy. This guy tweeted like, girls just come over for dick and they don't even clean or cook for you. Like, what is with women these days? And everyone was like, she's not your maid. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, so stop giving people privileges that they haven't earned. And again, it's not about sex or anything. Like, obviously if that's important to you, then yeah, but just as far as like, you know, it's like, have they earned your trust? Have they earned like your time? So just really ask yourself that. And it's such a game changer, because like for a while I was kind of going the opposite extreme, like, oh, I need to be mean. Like, guys love it when I ignore them, when I'm like rude to them, like, but it's not really even that. It's just kind of the idea of like, yeah, you have to like earn my time. You have to earn, like, if you want to hang out with me, like, what have you done to earn that? Okay, so just a little trick of the trade. But yeah, just like watching all of these relationship videos, and like, it's just so interesting to look into the psychology of it, because you'll find, like, if you start looking into it, like watching videos or like looking up articles and stuff, you start realizing like, oh, this is true, because you've probably like gone through so many similar experiences that we talk about, because, you know, everything's the fucking same. I don't even know. So yeah, hold yourself high in value. And that doesn't even just go for relationships, it's like everything in life, like business decisions, friendships, like, okay, sipping that tea. So yeah, also we hit 10K followers on here, so shout out to y'all. I was like posting on Instagram, but I was like, thank you to all the thoughts, bad bitches, chads, bros that inspired me. Yeah, I just feel, it's like, wow. Really feeling the sound cloud right now. But yeah, so thank you guys, actually, like, for real, because I do these podcasts and I'm like, lol, these are like the worst things I've ever made. Like, ew, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. But then just to get a positive reaction, and when you guys are like, where is the, someone commented, you said like 1,000 times. Listen, it's how I talk, okay? I'm over it, I don't care anymore. Anyway, so thank you for the positive feedback, except for this one person that said I said like too many times. This is another thing I've been thinking about. How come Sex and the City was literally revolved around like sex, and none of them were like freaky? Like, oh my god, now I'm self-conscious. Raise your hand if you actually care when people say like. I don't notice it. I'm never gonna comment on someone's YouTube video and be like, you say like too much. It's just how I talk, okay? I don't care. But yeah, I remember one episode they were talking about sucking dick, and like, I remember, I think it was Charlotte, she was like, oh my god, I never do that. And Charlotte and or no, Samantha and, no, what the fuck, Miranda and Carrie were like, I mean, sometimes, I don't know. And Samantha's like, oh, with the right guy. And it's like, they weren't freaky. And I guess, like, does no one notice that? I don't know, like, there needs to be a show like that that is realistic. I don't know, like, it's just like, huh? A show that I do love is Insecure. I was like rewatching, like, the 3rd season is coming out soon, so I was rewatching the 2nd season, and it's just like, and it's also modern and updated and trendy. Like, she's like online dating. Like, I'd love to see a Sex in the City now, but I guess it's kind of, Insecure is like filling that gap for me, because it's like fucking online dating, drama. A bitch loves some drama. But yeah, if you haven't watched it, like, I would definitely recommend. I just love shows like that. I feel like I talk about Insecure in every fucking podcast, but it's just the best. Like, it's the perfect show. It's like, I love shows about sex and relationships and drama, and like, yeah, like, she's just like, I hate dating. Dating's the worst. I have to be like cute. I have to like make conversation. And her friend's like, okay, right. Like, honestly, yeah. sometimes I'm like, I should just go on some Tinder dates for the like content, for the story times, for the, like, I just think it's so interesting to meet people and see how different guys act. I've never been on a Tinder date. Like, should I do it for the lulz, but like for the content? It's like research. I don't know, I'm just so fascinated. Sometimes it's hard to like meet people too. It's like, what do? I go to the gym, I work, I go out sometimes, but it's rare that you like see someone cute. Do you hear that? Oh my god, do you guys hear that? The sirens? Wow. Anyway, oh, this is another thing I want to talk about. I made a little list of things. Another thing kind of related to Sex and the City. Do you guys remember that one episode where Miranda gets mad and she's like, all we do is talk about guys. Like, we are all smart and intelligent and have blossoming careers, successful careers, and all we do is talk about our boyfriends. Like, are we stupid? And she gets up and leaves and is mad. Sometimes I'm like, do I talk about guys too much? But I think there's a difference. I don't know. It's not like I am obsessed, and I feel like, so I guess let me know your thoughts, because on one hand, it's like I could definitely see just self-reflection, like, ew, do I spend too much time thinking about this, talking about this, whatever. But then on the other hand, it's like interesting. It's like psychology. It's relevant to me, and it's relevant to most of my viewers, I'm guessing. And I get a lot of questions about it, so yeah. But let me know your thoughts. Do you ever get sick of it, or do you like the advice story times? Lulz. Let me know. I'm so sorry for the noise outside. This is what I talk about when my podcasts are crap. But thank you for the support. But why? Yeah. Feeling reflect. Mercury retrograde really got me fucked all the way up. But I feel like that's pretty much all I have to say. I wish I had some more insightful things, but I really don't. I'm going to the beach right now. I'm helping Sonia film a video on the metro, which I'm super excited about, and then we're gonna go to the beach, so I'm excited. Hopefully get some pics. And yeah, again, thank you guys for 10K. That's like so fucking dope. And I feel like the like listens, I was gonna say views, but like the listens, and I guess the views on YouTube, but like the listens on these podcasts have been very consistent, and just like it means a lot to me, because once again, I feel like almost like embarrassed. Now, I mean, I'm kind of over that part, but like it's like, oh my god, like I really need to step up my game. And it's like there's always room for growth. But thank you for fucking with me, even in my low quality setup. I hope you all have an amazing day. Tweet me or IG DM me a screenshot of you listening to this, and I will talk to you guys in the next episode. Bye everyone.